Alright everyone, hope everybody's having a good day today. So I posted a video. I bought this bike the other day, and I have not been able to really do any riding. I had a lot of stuff going on, so saying that, I really wanted to come out and just do a quick ride, tell everybody kind of my thoughts about the bike. So some things real quick. So the bike is, of course, y'all know the 2022 Lowrider S comes with the 117, and I will tell you, feeling the torque and the power on this bike compared to my Road Glide, which is a 114, is significantly different. Now, with saying that, it's I am not taking away from the 114 on the Road Glide. It is very, very peppy also, but this is just different, y'all. Excuse me, I'm trying to get my mirrors. I'm a pretty broad-shouldered guy and really can't see around these mirrors all that well without moving my arms. So I can see out the left side mirror pretty well, just not really the right one without moving my arms. So I may have to do something different with the mirrors on there, but so just a quick cap of, you know, some of the things that about this bike that are pretty good. Again, is the torque horsepower to weight ratio is really good. Again, this with the 117, it doesn't take much to get this bike to move. So the other thing that I like is the gauge. So as you look at the gauge right there, it's you can see that it's right there in front of your face. So on the older model Lowrider S, you had to look down here. You had a speedometer and a tack gauge right there that was all your stuff, and again, looking down isn't all that bad, but you know, I will tell you that I do like there, I can just glance down. I don't even have to move my head, and I can see what's going on. So that's a nice feature. I really like that. Comfort. So the bike is actually fairly comfortable. You know, I'm 6'1", got a 32-inch inseam, and I'll tell you that the bike is fairly comfortable. Now, it is not near as comfortable as my Road Glide is, but the bike is pretty comfortable for what it is. It is I'm pleasantly surprised. The seat's not that bad either, but I will change it out. I will give me something with a little bit more support. This bike does come with a I'm going to call them a mid-rise type bar and a 4-inch riser. Now, I am debating which riser to go with right now. I am looking at between an 8.5 and a 10.5. I've already reached out to Gorilla Cables. They are going to email me all the specs that I need for this bike as far as which cables and links, and whenever I go do the bars, I will post that what all the parts that I end up buying. It's it's really right now I'm trying to decide exactly how I want them. Now, saying that, back to the height rise, I'm probably going to go with 9.5 to 10.5 inch, just because I believe it will put me up in a better riding position. But I do want to wait to get the seat in. I have ordered the seat, so y'all put in the comments which seat did you think that I got. It might not surprise too many people which one that I got. But it is a seat that I believe that I will like. So, but saying that, I will be curious to think what kind of seat you guys think. So, as you know, I've got again, my 2021 Road Glide Special. It's set up for touring. I can carry passenger on it. I do like the way the solo seat looks on these bikes, but I believe I'm gonna, well, I know what I got. I just want y'all to guess and let me know what y'all think which one I got. But the order has been placed, so it should be in sometime this week, and I'll do a video on it, an unboxing and a first impressions video of which one do you think that I got. So back to this bike, stock form. So the bike handles really well. It is a lot more nimble than my Road Glide, and I think that feeling is due to the fact that it's just lighter. It is a lighter bike. The Road Glide is not a hard bike to ride. Once you're moving, you really don't feel the weight. Where you feel the weight of that bike is slow speed, and you feel the weight of that bike not just on slow speed, but you also feel it when you're standing at the stoplight or you're trying to maneuver around in traffic. And I'll tell you, I do live here in Tallahassee, Florida. So with that being said, there is a lot of traffic here, and a lot of stop and go traffic. So just riding your bike around town, the Road Glide, it can be done, and I've been doing it for well over a year with the Road Glide. I sold the Street Glide Special that I had and went with the Road Glide. And if y'all watched my video, which one you think that you like the best, is, you know which one I like the best, because I ended up getting rid of the Street Glide and bought the Road Glide. That being said, it was just the right bike for me. So back to the lowrider. It is a very peppy bike. And I'm not even getting on it. I'm not one of those people that believe that as soon as you buy a brand new vehicle of any type, you should just dog it out. If that's the way you're going to ride it, and that's the way to break it in. There's probably some truth in that. I've got some friends of mine that buy them, and they are hard on them from day one, and their vehicles have always been reliable. So they that being said, that is just me. I am not that person that believes in that. I think there's a break-in period, just because it's one of those things that if you take care of it, it'll treat you right for a long time. I think if you abuse anything, it's not going to treat you right for extended periods of time. So that is just me. That is just my way of thinking. So saying that, I've been wrong a lot in the past. If you don't believe me, ask my wife. So, but no, the ride on this bike is really nice. The one thing I would like to go back and mention is that this bike, just because of my stature, I am bent over some, so I am hunched over. I can tell you I could not ride this bike for 2 or 3 hours straight. But my road glide, I can get on it and I can just roll, and it's a comfortable bike. I have no problem going 150, 180 miles, even 200 miles on that, as long as I can get the gas mileage out of it. So saying that, the bike is fairly comfortable. Now it's mid controls. Now I'll tell you, with my stature and all, my knees are just a hair up, but I don't believe that is a bad thing at the moment. I will say that it's a little bit different than what I'm used to, but that's okay. That is completely okay. I will get this bike adjusted to me. The road glide when I first got it, even my street glide when I had it, I tried to build the bike out to get it adjusted to me, and if you go back and watch my video, and part of the reason why I chose the road glide over the street glide was simply the fact that I couldn't deal with the wind buffeting. So I could not ride long stretches, long stints. I like to ride. When I go on a ride, I like to ride. I do like to jump on my bikes and actually say I want to go over here and just go. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3 hours away from me. That's okay. I like that. So but the mid controls, so we'll see how that plays out for me. I did not buy this to be a mini bagger. I've got a bagger. Even though my son calls it the geezer glide, I do got a bagger, and I don't think it's a geezer glide. I think I got a pretty sharp looking bike. So that's just my opinion. Others like other things, and that's cool. But for me, I like the bike. I like the way it rides. I like how comfortable it is. But again, I did do a lot to that bike. Anyway, back to this bike again. I'm sorry, I was just rambling on. The mid controls, I do think I'll like them. I think it's pretty good. The bike does feel nimble. It feels a little bit more sporty on there, but I am going to have to do something with the bars. I am going to bring them up. And again, just trying to decide on which riser that I want. We'll probably end up keeping the same bars that are on the bike on it, but I will end up doing something with the risers and getting it up. So just saying that, I think it will, once I get it set up, I think the bike will fit me a little bit better, and I'll do something with it. So back to the build on this bike. So I do got some things that I've already ordered for the bike. I'm gonna take my time putting them on there. I ordered a lot of stuff this weekend for the bike. I was able to get a good enough deal that the money that I'd saved up on for the bike, I was able to use some of that money to buy some of my accessories that I want for the bike, some of the mods. Some of them, some people will like, some of them, others may not. And I think the bike will potentially look like a lot of other bikes out there, but I'm hoping that the things that I do gives it a little bit of flair. So it's a little bit different. One thing I'm interested in doing to this bike is maybe putting cruise control on it, but I don't know. The reason I might want to do cruise control on it is I do got carpal tunnel syndrome, and it's what I believe is that, like riding a bike, I'll show you, is these three fingers right here, my thumb, my pointer, and my birdie finger, those end up going numb on me from time to time, especially when riding. And it does it with stock bars on my Road Glide, does it with my factory 47s, and I don't know if it'll do it with this bike, but sometimes it's nice to be able to kick the cruise control on and drop my hand down and get some of that blood circulation back into those fingers. I think that would help me some. So, but I don't know. So I would like it if you guys would go in the comment section and tell me, if you own this bike, what are some of your favorite mods you've done to the bike? Or if you was going to buy this bike, what are the things you would do? What seats, what risers, what exhaust, what saddlebags, if any. Again, I'm not turning this into a mini bagger. That's why I bought the S and not the ST. So, saying that, I don't plan on this becoming a mini bagger. So, but what are the mods, if this was your bike, did you think, if I put these mods on there, that would be what I do? So I will tell you, current state is I'm not planning on doing a big bore kit or anything like that to this bike. I will do some exhaust work. I will probably end up doing a tuner. So maybe in the future I might would do something with a cam, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the longevity of this bike, and we'll see how much I really end up using this bike versus my Road Glide. Again, I'm riding it right now. As you can see, I've got 44 miles on the bike. So I haven't ridden it all that much. I brought it home from the dealer, and I had stuff to do. And but saying that, it was I just haven't had a lot of time, but I was able to get done with some work stuff today, and as you can see, it's a really overcast afternoon, and just one of those things that I just wanted to get out and go for a ride. Told my wife, I said I'll be back shortly. So I'm going to kill about an hour and go for a ride and do some recording and put some information together, so hopefully I can put a video together. I've got to go out of town tomorrow for work. I'll be out of town for a couple days, so I definitely won't do any riding then, but I will be back. Got Thursday and Friday off this week, so I plan on doing some rides. Thunder Beaches is coming up weekend, so I may try to get over there if opportunity allows. I do have a family member that's pretty sick at the moment, so depending on how they're doing, I may or may not get to go, but that's my plans anyhow. My son gets his bike back. He's had a little bit of work done to his bike, so I will end up putting that information out there for y'all. Well, right now I'm just going to go ahead and stop talking for a minute and just enjoy the ride. I'll stick some music in and y'all can hopefully stick around and just look. This is an absolutely beautiful ride. Road through here that I like riding on a lot. There's a bunch more that are around, and I will end up taking you guys down some of those roads and doing some things. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up for a minute and just do a little bit of riding and put some music on, and I'll talk to y'all again in a few minutes.